Okay, you know those bright yellow flowers that pop up all over your lawn? Yeah, dandelions. We spend so much time trying to get rid of them. But what if I told you that this little backyard weed might actually be a wellness wonder in disguise? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dig in and find out. I mean, think about it. For anyone who's ever tried to keep a perfect lawn, the dandelion is basically public enemy number one, right? It's the arch nemesis. But what if it's been hiding a secret this whole time? What if this little pest actually has some amazing qualities we've just been, well, weeding out?
Exactly. We're about to do a complete 180 on how we see this plant. We're going from lawn pest to its long-standing role in folk medicine.
And this just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got our modern view, annoying weed, homeowner's nemesis, unwanted pest. But then you look at its hidden history, and it's a totally different story. We're talking a staple in folk medicine, a traditional drink, and even something called a liver tonic, which was basically an old school way of saying it was thought to help support your liver.
Okay, so what is dandelion tea really? Well, it's not as simple as you might think. It's actually an infusion that you can make from two totally different parts of the plant, either the leaves or the roasted roots. And as we're about to see, each part does something a little different. All right, let's get to the good stuff. We're diving into the 7 potential health perks of this little plant, looking at everything from old traditions to some surprisingly new science.
Yep, 7. That's how many potential benefits we're going to unpack today. It's a mix of folk wisdom and what researchers are starting to look into right now. First up is a big one, especially if you ever feel kind of puffy or bloated. Dandelion tea has a long history of being used to help reduce water weight. Specifically, the tea made from the leaves acts as a natural diuretic, and all that means is it helps your body get rid of extra water.
And this isn't just an old folk tale. There's some actual research here. One study found a really clear result. People saw an increased urine output after drinking just 2 one-cup servings of tea made from the leaves. Pretty interesting, right?
Okay, now here's one that might surprise you. Are you looking for a coffee substitute but you're tired of the caffeine jitters? Well, believe it or not, dandelion root might be exactly what you're looking for. So how does this work? Well, you take the young roots, you roast them till they're a nice dark brown, and then you just steep them in hot water. And what you get is this beverage that's surprisingly similar to coffee, but here's the kicker, with 0 caffeine. So you get that rich, roasted taste you love without any of the buzz. Perfect if you're trying to cut back. Okay, we need to talk about this next one because it's been getting a lot of buzz in the research world. But, and this is really important, we have to be super clear here. We're talking about potential in cancer research, and the studies are still very, very early. So let's look at what these preliminary studies have found. Researchers in Canada discovered that dandelion root extract actually caused cell death in melanoma cells in a lab setting. They saw something similar with pancreatic cancer cells too. And here's what's really got scientists interested. It did this without harming the non-cancerous cells around them. Now again, this is super early stuff, and a lot more research is needed before we can draw any big conclusions. All right, to finish up our list of 7, there are a few others worth mentioning. We've got promoting liver health, like that old liver tonic idea. It's also been used to help with digestion, and there's some thought it might help prevent UTIs. There was even one study in mice that hinted at some anti-obesity effects. So, are you thinking about trying this yourself? Good, because now we're going to get practical and talk about how to get that dandelion from your yard into your teacup. Okay, here's your DIY guide. And step 1 is the most important. Safety first. You have to be absolutely sure the plants haven't been sprayed with any chemicals. Got it? Good. Now, for the leaves and flowers, it's super easy. Just wash them and steep them in hot water for about 15 to 20 minutes. The roots take a little more effort. You've got to wash them really well, chop them up, and then roast them in the oven for about 2 hours. After that, just steep a teaspoon or 2 for 10 minutes, strain it, and you're good to go. Whoa, hold on. Before you run outside with a shovel, we have one last and, honestly, really critical thing to cover. Let's talk about the important stuff you need to know before you drink. Okay, listen up, because this is super important. First off, some people are allergic to dandelions, so be aware of that. Second, and this is a big one, dandelions can interact with certain medications. We're talking things like diuretics, lithium, and even some antibiotics like Cipro. So the bottom line is this. If you're taking any prescription meds, you absolutely have to talk to your doctor first. Seriously, don't skip this step.
And that just about wraps it up. So the next time you're out in your yard and you see one of those little yellow flowers, I've got a question for you. Are you going to see a weed or are you going to see a wellness opportunity?